What's up guys, we're here for another episode of How To. We've talked about how to get barrel front side, how to get barrel backside. We gave you some tips about where to travel to during the summertime. Now it's about time going back to basics, how to improve your surfing in 5 minutes. You know, these how-tos really get me thinking about things that are very basic to me, but maybe not so basic for anyone else. And, you know, fragment all the steps it takes to progress your surfing. And I feel like a school teacher right here. I wrote down a couple of notes to help you guys. First of all, practice. Practice makes perfection. Keep practicing. I remember when I started surfing as a kid, I was like, all I wanted to do is be in the water and practice, 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 practice. Never be picky about conditions. Get in the water, whether it's 10 foot, 6 foot, 1 foot, or 0 foot. Always be in the water, always practice in any conditions. Something that's also really important is the paddle strength. Even me as a professional surfer, if I don't surf for a couple weeks and go back in the water, I feel really rusty. And I feel like your paddle strength is the key for you to catch waves, is the key for you to be comfortable in the water. So, I mean, a lot of you maybe don't live by the sea, and this is the tip I give to everyone that lives, for example, in Germany or Switzerland. Keep active. You don't need the ocean to keep active in your paddle strength. Obviously, you can go to the gym, you can train boxing. Something you can also do is grab your surfboard, get into a swimming pool, and paddle, 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 paddle. You can also go into a lake, for example, and paddle, paddle, paddle. I do that before my season starts. Before Nazaré, I take my big guns out and go into the middle of the ocean and just paddle, paddle, paddle. Just get comfortable with your board, your body positioning on the board, and the way you paddle, you know, is really, really important, you know. If you paddle a lot, if you're comfortable with your paddling, once you get into the ocean, you're gonna be a lot more comfortable. You're gonna be ready to progress. Good boards, new boards are a great source of motivation. Even me, I've been sponsored by boards for a long, long time, but every time I get a new board, it's like, wow, you know, like it gives me that extra motivation to go surf. Having the right board is essential. I would always go to a surf shop, your local surf shop, talk to a shaper, and try to figure out what's your best board. Length and thickness is important. Having a thick board, having a bigger board is important because at the end of the day, it's all about catching waves. It's all about catching a lot of waves. Don't make that mistake of wanting to go too short on surfboards too early. That's going to slow you down. Keep your volume up until you are very confident. Something that's very important is the pop-up. Pop-up is everything. For me as a kid, when I started surfing, my pop-up was really weird. Make sure when you pop up in your board, you want to be jumping on your board, you know? You don't want to crawl up with your knees. You can train that. I remember my coach, Juan, when I was a kid, I had a terrible takeoff. And what he told me is before you go in the water, you practice 50 times your takeoff. You paddle, you jump up. You paddle, you jump up. You paddle, you jump up. You do that for 50 times before you go in the water. For when you're in the water, your body mechanics are already alert of doing the right movement. So pop-ups, really important. The better you get, the better you want to have a pop-up. You know, you don't want to be that guy that's crawling up a 6-foot wave. Something very basic, but makes all the difference. Something that's really important when you start surfing as well is, you know, your body positioning. You know, you want to be kind of stable on your board. You want to be a little bit crunched down. You don't want to be straight-legged. You want to be crunched down and, you know, find your balance. You know, like this is obviously very early stage. If you're a more evolved surfer, you want to play around with your body. You know, you want to start really using all the wave you have and play around with your arms. See what happens. What are the reactions when you twist your arms, when you look up, when you look down. All about body twisting, you know, in the right time. Using your energy at the right time. Breathing through it, not forcing it. Really like use your body. Try to find those S curves and really try to fill the whole part of the wave. Okay, once you get to that point where you're already standing on the board, you already found the balance on your board, you already understood when to crunch down, when to open up, when to push hard, you want to start really utilizing the whole space of the wave. So you want to go down on your bottom turn, down on your knees, really compress down. You know, once you start bottom turning, you want to start straightening up your legs. And when you get to the point, you want to straighten your legs and push hard. You want to start using, you know, the whole space of the wave, and once the wave goes more mushy, you want to start cutting back and really rotating your shoulders and look, you know. It always happens through a look. You look at where you want to go, your body turns towards where you want to go, and then, you know, your legs execute. So it goes from up, down, look, shoulders, and then hips and legs, you know. film yourself, have someone film yourself so you really can look at what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. If you can have some support from a coach, someone that talks directly to you and tells you, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. I've had a lot of coaching throughout my career, and really working on your defaults to progress your surfing is important. But most of all, keep in the water, keep motivated, surf any types of conditions. Don't try to be that one-trick pony. Try to be complete. Try to surf small waves, try to surf big waves, try to surf barrels, try to do airs, try to do cutbacks. That's the ultimate goal. You want to be as complete surfer as you can be. Traveling is important. Be able to surf any types of conditions. A point break, whether it's a mushy wave in Brazil, it's just going to help you, It's going to help you if you're a technical surfer in that sense that is able to adapt to any circumstances in any way. So these are my tips. These are my professional tips of 25 years of surfing. I've been through all the steps that I've described. A lot of people look at someone like me that's been around, that surfed some of the biggest waves, that is a professional for a long time, and thinks that everything happened just because it happened. But I still remember the first time I surfed and I didn't get up on the board. So if I could get up on the board, you can as well. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to like, comment, support the YouTube series. Make sure to help out and buy some really cool merch on froth.com, and we're gonna keep bringing some really cool content for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next episode. Yo!